There's a reason we don't bring that up.
Bring what up?
Well, I just clicked record, so I guess no one's gonna know. We were
Oh.
mid-conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, what a day.
What a day indeed, sir.
I apologize if I'm very monotone. It's been a bit of a long day for me. Probably not as long as Canyon's, given what had happened at home. But, seriously, earlier this morning, you called me at 8 in the morning from Walmart.
Oh my god. That was... you guys being able to sleep in through all that shit.
Like, we already knew they were arguing at, like, 2 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, but, like, no. It got way worse around 6, and I was just, oh my god. I couldn't... No, you know what it's like? Based on the fact that I can hear when they're fucking through that wall, and then after that, and shit was getting thrown around, and I was hearing things break, I woke up so fucking fast.
I don't know if it's just me, but as of late, I've been like, I swear I can hear everything now.
No, I can hear everything now, I feel like. I think it's mainly based on the fact that we're getting used to this new space. Well, it's not exactly new now. That's why we're probably used to being able to hear all these things that aren't, normal.
Like, we can hear, I can hear them a lot more often.
Yep.
Or him. Them, I feel like I hear a little more here and there.
Yep.
But like us, they tend to be pretty quiet.
Yeah. It's like the only times I ever hear things is when either like stuff's going down, and it's not exactly very often. But now, for example, we walk into that bathroom, we're going to hear everything.
Yeah, that's what I hate about the bathroom, but that's also because we've got like a hole somewhere that I think goes somewhere.
Yep.
But it allows me to hear everything that goes on from their bathroom.
Yeah. So, you know what's kind of funny when you decide to go take a shit in your bathroom and you can hear someone else taking a shit in their bathroom? It's kind of funny.
That's the thing. I can't really hear it when they're using the restroom. I just hear everything else that's happening in the house. I also hate it when they use their front door, because there have been a couple of times where I'll be here alone and I'll be sitting in the bathroom and the door's closed and it sounds like someone's come in.
Yeah.
So I'll take a look and I'll be like, the fuck? I heard that clear as day. And then I'm paranoid to check rooms because I'm like, if somebody is here, they must know where they're hiding. And I don't want to look.
Yeah, no.
Actually, the point I was going to make was it was fast for them to get where they were, but wherever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They had to have known the layout of our apartment to be able to get to a good hiding spot that quickly. Is pretty much what...
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And I think that's funny, because the number of times that I've been alone in this apartment and I'd hear noises, there's a difference between you and I there. I just say, oh, that's a noise. I hope I don't die. And then just keep going on.
That was pretty much me. Like, Jasmine and I had this, like, pretend argument last night. And, like, she went and drove off and then came back. But we were trying to do the whole, like, showdown thing. And I could have sworn I heard someone walk through the door. I just didn't see Jasmine try and hide or anything. She was literally sitting right there by that rocking chair and threw a pink tape measure at me while we were in the middle of our Gen 1 random battle. I literally looked in the direction of my chair. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Because it sounded like someone had, like, obviously thrown something, but it also sounded like something was trying to sit right next to me. So I'm like, that's a little weird. But I need more evidence to prove that we're haunted. And so Jasmine was trying to fuck with me. She had sat there silent as can be. I had no fucking clue she was there for like 10 minutes. And she brought that up after she came out of hiding. She's like, didn't it sound like something was thrown at you? And I'm like, well, yeah. She's like, well, why didn't you, like, freak out assuming we were haunted? I'm like, because it was weird at first, but I do need that evidence to therefore say that we are haunted.
Yes.
You can't just do that on a hunch.
Just thinking of something haunted, I need to bring up the fact that both jobs that I've ever worked, when it came to my own personal jobs, right? Like the country club and Loaf and Jug that I currently work at. Both places were haunted.
Well, supposedly.
Well, no, supposedly the country club was haunted, but I can
And
prove...
that's what I meant.
Yes, but I can prove, based on what I visually have seen at Loaf and Jug. We're haunted to the point where the ghost doesn't do anything wrong, per se. They're just an asshole. Okay?
Okay.
No, I'll be, like, it usually happens towards the end of my shift or whenever I was unlucky and I had to work the graves. It's only when I'm by myself when this shit happens. And Stacy, one of my coworkers, she can definitely say that she's experienced some of this stuff as well. But for example, I'd be standing there waiting for shift change, and every single door for the cooler with all of like the sodas and tea and shit open at once, sit there for a second, and then they all close again. Or, for example, there's this one time when there would be no wind outside at all. None at all, so there's no way any wind could be getting inside, so that the back room swing door doesn't move, right? So it's just sitting there still, and then it just goes open and stays open for a minute. And I'm like, is there someone in the store? My first thought would be. So I'd go over there and check, and there it is, all of the soda on the side that we hold like our overstock of soda, not stacked up neatly anymore. It's all fallen over. And I'm just like, you motherfucker, you're not helping me. But I guess at least it's giving me something to do.
I mean, true. Motherfucker, Stan, you're being too loud.
How am I being too loud?
You're being, like, too loud.
Oh.
Not like reverb per se. I mean, like, we have neighbors.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just talking normally.
Yeah, I know. And you're a loudspeaker.
Well, yeah. What do you think Basic has done to me, man?
Made it worse?
No, you remember when, like, we were in high school and I barely spoke, like, at all?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. We were pretty quiet people.
Yeah, I was the quietest person you could ever fucking meet. And then I get through Basic, and it gets to the point where, okay, so I have to explain this. Chow runner. Basically what that is you and one other person have to go into the chow hall, and you have to get in front of what they called the shark tank, which was where all the MTIs would sit. And basically you would have to recite this specific phrase of words to grant permission for your entire flight to go in and eat. I was chosen for that after they noticed that I was quiet and I wasn't sticking out, so that made me stick out like a sore thumb for some godforsaken fucking reason. So...
Nah, man, they're preying on the weak.
No, so I remember I have to do a specific set of words to get my flight at attention and put them in a singular line so that we can enter into the chow hall in an organized fashion, right? Well, I'm the one who has to do that. So I get up there, and my drill sergeant, he looks at me dead in the face, and he says, if I don't hear at least 7 echoes from you when you yell this to them, you're going to have to redo it over and over and over and over again until you get 7. I tried it the first time. I did not get 7. So then he made me do it again. Again, I did not get 7. So then I went as loud as I could, and I managed to get 18 echoes. Just imagine that for a second. 18 echoes. I didn't have a voice for the rest of the fucking day.
That's less than Grand Canyon, but a little more than your ex-girlfriend, if you know what I mean.
Ooh, shit.
Hey guys, welcome to the fucking Nerd Tabloid podcast. I'm Eli, or Assassin13710. I think we're literally 9 minutes into this and finally doing an intro.
This is Ghost Ripper. Oh my god. I'm dying right now. That was fucking great. I love you.
I love it when I ad-lib stuff.
Oh my god. No, we need to get into some ad-lib shit, man. That'd be great.
Just improv in general.
Yeah, we gotta get better at improv. And this is like the same thing as, we've been recording a couple things. Mainly you've been doing no commentary stuff.
But living with with you three people, it was a little difficult.
Yes, I
Well,
understand
then
that.
again, with you, it's not that difficult. You're hunkered in your room.
Yeah, and
But with Jasmine, though, she's got the TV. It's always up so loud. Can't have copyright strike with TV shows playing in the background.
Yep.
And then, echoes echo.
The only problems that I ever have when I'm recording my own audio for my gameplays is echo. So the only thing that she hears is when she's having a fit over probably like her teddy bear or something. Doesn't have it with her. I don't know.
And screams.
And she screams.
Shrieks.
Yeah, and she'll shriek, right? And you can hear it, but not very loud. You can hear me more than you can hear echo, but it's still there and it's audible. And I mean, whatever.
That's what you gotta love about reverb. Because
Yeah.
I think when I was still doing Borderlands videos on my channel, I basically told Jasmine to not even breathe whenever I did the recordings.
So because you can hear her breathe.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, no, that's just a joke, but like, she would do the same thing when we first lived together after she got back from basic. It was just, we had to share one space together, and she was constantly watching TV. So I had to start forcing her to use headphones, but I apologize, the cord's hitting the table. Anyway, so that's why I think I started getting into the habit of doing it when she was gone for work, when she worked at Five Guys. I was trying to think of a false name so that people wouldn't fucking piece it together.
Our burgers suck with 5 jizzes. I don't know. I hate Five Guys.
I love Five Guys.
No, like, their burgers are okay, but their fries, they put way too much salt on them.
And they give you way too fucking much.
Yeah. No, when I first went to Five Guys, and I was with my grandma, right? And she is probably, like, the worst person to eat salty foods at that time. So we go in there, and we get this thing of fries, and it's a fucking huge thing of fries. We were expecting, like, McDonald's sizes when it came to, like, a large fry. Nope, not even fucking close. So we get this fry, and my grandma's like, shit, we got 3 large fries. And that's a lot of fries. Can I share some of this with you guys or something? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll share that with you. And I take one single bite of those fucking fries, and I felt like I got diabetes right then and there, man.
That's hilarious because I don't think they're salty enough.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But if you love spuds, definitely go to your nearest Five Guys, because those guys, when they give you a large fucking fry, they give you like a 16-ounce cup of fucking fries, and then they just take their whole thing and fucking give you a shitload in the bottom of the bag.
Jesus Christ.
But by the time it gets to you, they're already like soggy and taste stale.
Yeah. Probably because they're already soggy and stale by the time they put it in there.
But you have to give them props, because I'm pretty sure they make their fries in-house.
Yeah. It's just, I don't like Five Guys that much. If I were to go to any burger place for a quick bite, it'd probably be either hamburger stand or McDonald's, unfortunately. Because last time I ever went to Burger King here in town, they suck.
Dude, Burger King sucks in general.
No, like, okay, so tech school, Burger King was the fucking bomb, okay? Because it wasn't that fucking, preheated fucking basic food that was horrible. It was, fast food that, was actually, had a little bit of taste to it. So, going over to fucking Burger King, because it was the only burger place within the training area that we were allowed to go to. You go to Burger King, get some fucking fries, fucking chicken sandwich or a burger, and then, we had that fucking beef shortage, so then you couldn't even go over there and get any fucking cheeseburgers. It could only be chicken related.
That's not a bad deal.
It's not that bad of a deal, but remember this. When you're only selling one type...
Quit tapping the table.
When you're selling only one type of meat, how quickly do you think you'll run out of that?
Canyon, I know from experience you can run through it pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah, exactly. So literally, you would have these moments where they would have 0 meat, zero anything. It was like, and you'd walk up there and be like, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please. And they'd be like, you want a bun? Is that pretty much what you want? It's like, fuck.
You got me there, dude.
It sucked, but it was also like, mwah, I love this because it's not shit food, but it's also, shit food.
It's shit food. Here, I have your cardboard with grease.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, we had a Subway.
I tapped the table. We don't want an episode 1
again
debacle.
Yes. But no, then, you had, a Subway, which they never ran out of meat somehow. They always had meat.
Well, it's not always necessarily beef with Subway, though, so that's why.
Yeah. It was, like turkey and that kind of shit.
Ham.
Yeah, so, But I always got the meatball sub. And I was always that weirdo. They had, 7 different types of cheeses. I remember I walked up there one time. I was like, I would like a foot-long sub with 7 extra cheese, please. I would like 1 of each cheese. She was like, oh, you just want 1 slice of each cheese? No. I was like, no, I want a full serving of each of the 7 cheeses. And she was like, that's going to be an expensive sub. I was like, I don't care. Give me that fucking cheese, woman. So she gave, she put all that cheese on there. And then she was like, do you want this toasted? I was like, hell yeah. She toasted it. That sandwich wasn't even that expensive. It was a foot-long sub with meatballs, fuckload of cheese on it. And it was only like $15. Now,
Canyon, that's pretty expensive.
No. Now, the money situation that I'm in now, $15 sub, that's a lot of money. But then, when I had a fuckload of money in my account, $15 didn't mean shit.
That's me now because I just recently had to pay rent. I've got under $2,000, so now I'm like panicking. I'm like telling Jasmine we can't buy unnecessary miscellaneous bullshit. We can't fucking DoorDash here anymore.
How do you think I felt like the first couple months that we lived here when they weren't able to get me shifts at my work yet? So I was just sitting here at home doing absolutely fucking nothing. And then I envy you. And then I was also still helping you pay rent with the money I had.
I envy you.
It was fucking insane.
Well, I mean, I just heard Jasmine cough. I'm gonna go strangle her in her sleep later, but domestic violence jokes.
Yeah, especially with what happened this morning.
So, I'm pretty sure people are going to be curious. Basically, what had happened earlier this morning was just, I guess, some domestic dispute next door. To turn a long story short without giving off too many details, basically my neighbor's girlfriend is cheating on him.
No, basically.
Was cheating on him.
Yeah, basically what happened, she cheated on him, he caught it, flipped shit, and...
Literally and figuratively.
Yep, and he kicked her out. So, that's basically what happened, in a nutshell. At least from how I understood it, from what I was hearing. And then, cops got involved and all that fun shit. Probably because some asshole decided to call a noise complaint. Downstairs neighbors.
How could it be them, though, if they're next to us?
Dude, you could literally hear it everywhere. You had the neighbors, across the way coming over here to see what was going on.
Really?
Yeah, that's how loud it was.
How the fuck did I sleep through that?
That's what I was wondering.
Echo had to have slept through that too, though.
Yeah.
Because she didn't wake up until I woke up trying to get my phone and figure out why the fuck you were calling me.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers were fucking asleep, and here I am listening to this fucking shit. It was like when you're sitting in my truck, and I have the bass cranked up?
And Jasmine can hear it from our bedroom?
Yeah. It was like that, except
Jesus Christ.
Right there. On the other side of the wall. And not fucking 2 walls. And then, a massive space of room.
I just don't think it would have been them. And if it was, well, shocker.
No,
excuse me.
It's kind of shitty how it happened, but I mean, it's also, good on him for kicking her out. Because...
I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of hot, though.
She wore too much makeup.
That too, but...
Way too much makeup. I couldn't... No, the first time I ever saw her physically, I was like, ugh. look like a clown.
Okay.
I was like, you should go to clown college.
So I know we've jumped from the subject, but back onto like the whole beef thing. Yes, Kenyon, I would understand that more than anybody because where I work, we have technically 4 burgers, but 3 of them use the same kind of patty.
Mm-hmm.
And we go through it like fucking crazy. No, I take that back. Technically we have 5. 4 of them use the same patty. We have a fucking Western, we have a normal cheeseburger, a shroom and Swiss, and a garbage burger.
The fuck is a garbage burger?
Basically all I do with it is I give you basically like a plain burger with bread, and then I put chili of your choosing over it with lettuce, onions, and tomatoes, and boom, you have a garbage burger. Well, cheese, lettuce, onion, tomato, in that order, on top of the chili, which is on top of a patty and 2 buns overlapping each other.
So y'all even do bacon burgers?
The only one that's pretty much just a bacon burger is the Western, but what the Western is basically a bacon cheeseburger, but instead of normal cheese, it gets pepper jack cheese. And then we put 3 onion rings on top of that. And then we do like this little thing with the barbecue sauce. We fucking stick a fucking knife in it and give it to you. Boom.
Shit, that sounds so good, but I wouldn't be able to eat it because of onions.
Yeah. But it hasn't been the first time somebody's sent back that ticket for one without onion rings.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really be foreign to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or you can just order a classic with pretty much no veg, add bacon. Boom, there you go, bacon cheeseburger.
No, what I probably would do is I would order a classic with chili, bacon, and like 3 slices of cheese. That sounds really fucking good now.
I would fucking murder you.
I'm gonna do that.
Please don't ever do it when I'm working.
I'm gonna do it when you're working, because I only ever go there while you're working.
Why?
Because
I want it to be somebody else's problem, not my own.
Well, I love you, man.
Yeah, but I've never had to make that, so I wouldn't know how to go about it except put it on a plate instead of in a basket, give you no veg whatsoever, and then what would probably have to do is I'd have to steam all your goddamn cheese on top of it, which you're paying quite a lot for some cheese, you asshole. I hate adding cheese to things that already have cheese, because what's the point in adding cheese?
Because more cheese is great, dude. Cheese is amazing. You fucking weirdo who takes cheese off his fucking breakfast sandwiches.
You shut your whore mouth. At least I can still eat a cheeseburger, so eat my ass.
I can eat a cheeseburger.
I know that. I'm just saying, I know I'm picky, but I've come a long way since like 2 years ago. When we worked at the country club, I could not eat cheeseburgers. Now I don't care to eat cheeseburgers. But I'm still pretty picky as to what the fuck comes on it.
Dude, that's like one of the things I fucking miss about the country club. Their French dip sandwiches were so fucking good, man. Like, I want to have another one, but oh my god.
But anyway, yes, I do understand the struggle because I have to basically take these big ass logs of ground beef and I have to press my own patties. And it's a pain in the dick. But back to explaining to you the whole process of your fucking burger, I'd have to basically put the bacon on, then all your cheese, steam it so that it melts, and then I'd have to put it on the bun the same way I would a garbage burger, and then I'd have to put the chili on top. At least that's how I would do it. The way I'm supposed to do it is to just give you basically a bacon cheeseburger with no veg, whatever fry you're choosing, and a mug of green chili on the side. You can go fuck yourself.
That's how you're supposed to do it?
That's basically how I'm supposed to do that, yeah.
Then fucking just do it that way. It's not complicated.
Actually, it's one of those 2 ways, but I'm still uncertain.
Oh. I mean, the customer's always right, quote, quote. You fucks.
Even then, we still do it a certain way. Like, I was told after one experience that I'm not allowed to make burgers that want nacho cheese on top of it. What I have to do is I just have to send out the burger itself, and then whoever's serving that has to give you sides of nacho cheese. You can just fucking do it yourself.
Yeah. See, like that I have no problem with that. But like for example, right? Why did that saying come about that the customer's always right?
I think it all started with the whole Walmart thing, or it was McDonald's. One of the two fucking started it first. But I think it was like one of those customer policies to keep them from losing customers. So one jackass just piped up and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna start treating it as customer's always right. You fucking argue, you lose your job." And now we're stuck with all that bullshit.
Yeah, but then you also have like those moments when it's like, I'd be sitting there, we're having problems with the system on our pumps, right? So sometimes the pumps won't work when it comes to paying outside. And then some people don't understand the concept of pressing the bypass button so that they can use credit because people are stupid. I had to show 4 people today where the bypass button was so that they can skip the pin, even though when it pulls up a prompt on the screen that tells them.
Isn't the bypass button the yellow one?
No. Our pumps are weird. It's a whole ass separate button.
On the pump itself.
Yes. It's a whole ass separate button.
Oh, I thought you meant like on your keypad. Whatever.
No.
Anyway.
Like on the pump, it's a whole ass separate button from the actual yellow button. It's weird. I hate it. Anyway. Like, I had to show a bunch of people where it was, even though they're like, this is a credit card. I don't have a pin. How do I change the pin? I say, press the bypass button. It's like, there's no bypass button. It was like, did you look? That's how I want to say it. But it's like, yes, there's the bypass button. Depending on which pump you're at, it's going to be either green or red, or it's going to be a fucking little arrow, because every single one of our pumps is fucking weird.
I'm bringing this back full circle. I think that this is hilarious because you wanting to say that to customers, it kind of reminds me of Nike on TikTok when he does his stupid Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's comparisons. Fucking hilarious.
But no, like, okay. There's this one guy. He comes in. It was last night. Well, I guess 2 nights ago, because now it's morning. But, technicalities. Anyway, he comes in and he's screaming his head off because he's not able to pay at the pump. When he's like, I can't get to the pin, just let me pay in here. And I was like, did you try the bypass button? He was like, there ain't no goddamn bypass button on there. Y'all are lying to me. And I was like, okay, you stupid motherfucker. And so like, okay, how much would you like on that pump? He was like, just start it for me. And I was like, I can't.
I think you're a lying sack of shit because we've had this conversation already.
No, it happens all the time. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, but we've had this conversation already. Literally, last week, we had this discussion, and it went up in podcast 6.
Yeah, but I always have to bring this up because it always fucking happens. But this guy, he got really aggressive, if you understand what I mean. He got all up in my face and was screaming at me to start the pump. How long has it been since any loaf and jug has ever allowed you to just place your card on the counter and then me start the pump?
Probably 40 years. 40 or more.
We haven't done that for so fucking long.
You say that and now my guess jumps right back down to 21.
Dude, no, like...
21.
21. But it's like, there is not a single gas station that I know of in this entire city that lets you do that. They're all prepaid pumps now.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that people don't understand that is crazy. Most of the time it's old people, but that's besides the point.
There is no goddamn bypass button. Y'all motherfuckers are lying to me.
It's like, it's right. I really want to just walk
I'm gonna
out.
get pissed off for my own incompetence. How about I'll just give you my goddamn card and you just start the pump for me? Oh, I'm an arrogant piece of shit and you can't do that? Alright, I'll just take my business elsewhere. No one fucking does that.
No, because they then have to get mad.
I lost my accent halfway through. If I would have kept it, I would have just kept going.
Yes, but then you do have those people that are like, oh, you can't do it that way? It's like, no, I'm sorry. But if you use credit, whatever you end up not using does not get charged to your card. So like, oh, okay, so then just plop like $300 on that pump. That is scary. You know why? Because sometimes motherfuckers don't know how to
run their card as credit, and then they run it as debit. And guess what? When you prepay inside with debit, you have to come back inside and get cash change. You know how annoying that is? He's like, yeah, put $300 on there. I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, you're running it as credit, correct? And he's like, yeah. And then the receipt prints, because $300, it prints a receipt, and it says debit. And I'm like, okay, so that says debit. You'll have to come back inside here and get the change. He was like, oh, okay. And they all waddle away, and it's like, motherfucker, I'm not a bank. I don't have $300 fucking dollars just chilling in my register. You fucking asshole.
I'm not a fucking bank.
I've told that to a customer one time. I'm sorry. I was not in the mood that day. They come up and they're like, can you break $60 for me? I looked them straight in the face because my drawer was fucked because I had like literally taken like 3 $100 bills in a row before that. He's like, can you break the $60 for me? And I was like, am I a bank to you? And that slipped out and I felt so bad. And Stacy, she was standing there next to me and she was like, oh my god, you did not just say that.
We're never gonna financially recover from this.
And the dude's like, excuse me? I was like, and I had to like do a double take. I was like, I opened the...
Oh shit, I slipped!
I was like, oh shit, no, I go, this is what I mean. I opened the drawer and I literally only had 20s and 1s in my register. And I was like, I can't break your 60.
Fucking pull like some Kevin Hart bullshit and be like, motherfucker, do I look like a motherfucking bank to you?
Do I look like a motherfucking bank to you?
Start talking all fast and everything. They start getting scared and think you might be half Mexican.
Shit, I'm half Nazi. No, I'm kidding.
I literally think I'm like my mother's 1.6% German, I think.
Yeah, I'm, like, mainly what I know of is I'm 30% Irish.
No, actually, I think she's 10% German, around the 10% area. It's 1.6 of her that's Jewish. Don't fucking do that. Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, shit, do I have to feel bad for all the Jew jokes I make now?
No. If people are going to get offended by jokes, then they shouldn't be...
I told a shitload of Jew jokes once when I was in the 6th grade. No, not the 6th grade. It was my freshman year of high school.
So, 6th grade.
Yeah, so 6th grade. A bunch of people got pissed at me.
Dude.
Because they were like pretty much dad jokes, but they were just god awful. Like, what's faster than a speeding bullet? A Jew with a fucking coupon. How do you pick up a Jewish girl?
Throw a coin at her feet? No, I'm kidding.
No, how do you pick up a Jewish girl is with a broom and dustpan. How do you get a Jewish girl's number? Roll up her sleeve. I told those my freshman year of high school, and a bunch of people thought I was fucked in the head.
Because you probably are.
But those are like the most basic Jewish dad jokes, and if no Jew has heard them, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, they're jokes. That's the
Hello.
thing. The purpose of jokes themselves is to be funny. And if your taste in jokes, you didn't find it funny, why get offended over a joke when it is specifically targeted as a joke?
Did you read your Bible?
Did you read your Bible?
Fuck you.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, you have all these people that, like, get offended over these small little jokes. And then there's me sitting here. It's like, oh, that wasn't that funny. Alright. I don't care. Because I'm not a fucking snowflake like our president.
I've been listening to Bob Saget recently, actually, because Jasmine's been watching Full House on Hulu.
You mean you both have been watching Full House on Hulu?
It's a classic, man.
It sucks.
No, it doesn't.
I fucking hate Full House. I can't watch shows like that.
Move the fuck out. Most sitcoms are not that bad. The only 2 sitcoms that are actually worthy of anything, and people could argue this on me, or could argue this with me, but I don't watch enough TV as is. The only 2 sitcoms that I've actually sat through and watched that I think are pretty much good enough are Friends and Full House. Then again, there are also a bunch of other sitcoms that have been around the 80s era that were actually pretty decent sitcoms.
Then you have The Big Bang Theory.
Okay. All right.
I love The
There
Big
we
Bang
go.
Theory. I fucking love The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory is about as dumb as Full House.
It's
What are you
so
going to say now?
it's so dumb, but
Yes, it's dumb, but it's fucking hilarious.
I love it.
But the thing with Full House, though, and you might think it's dumb, it's like when that came out in the 80s, so many young girls, obviously, because if they were born in 1980, they're pretty much 7 at this point.
Yeah.
They saw Bob Saget as like this big father figure with the character he plays and all that, and like
Yeah.
it actually taught people certain things, and it was like a very impactful show.
You know what I learned from The Big Bang Theory?
Nerds.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
Don't sing the whole song. We don't need another copyright claim.
Fuck, okay. I literally have a t-shirt that has the entire set of lyrics on it with a cat in the middle of it.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they feeding you?
This is my no-no square.
Don't you shut the fuck up. Do not make me go and grab the ball gag.
Oh, Daddy, please.
Segways! That's a reference to a video, but you have to watch to see which one it is. Definitely won't be a Resident Evil video.
No. It's.
I'm thinking of changing that though.
Yeah?
Yeah, once Zero and Village are done, I think I'm going to start trying to bring that into Resident Evil 1 and 3. I figured since I did Zero and Village, I'm just going to do 2 at a time. Try and stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
That way I can actually do like my own stuff.
You know, that's like why right now I'm doing Persona 4 and also trying to play through Far Cry 5. No, the thing is though, is that with Far Cry 5, I only play it when I'm recording. And that's the thing that makes me sad. Because some days I'm just not really in the mood to record. Or like moments when it's like, I don't really want to try and commentate over this. But
Here's
I
a
really...
tip, genius. Make 2 different saves.
That's the thing. Because I don't want to go through a fucking save, right? And then end up going farther in it than the one I'm recording in. And then I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's why you play the game through its entirety beforehand. Then you can't get pissed off. That's pretty much what I did with Village. Though I would have been happy to just sit there and record it the whole time.
No, that's why I'm wanting to just sit there and record Far Cry 5. Because I want my genuine reactions to things. Because, like, when I first started into that game and I was recording it, the moment that I find out that the main character is a fucking sheriff's deputy, I was flipping my shit. I was so happy.
See, now, I think I might... The way with I might do my commentary, though, now, is I might actually do the live commentary. And then, through the game capture. But if it ends up making my videos look like shit, I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to just use Audacity.
Yeah. Personally,
just-
what I think you probably should do is just when it comes to Audacity, start Audacity first, then start the game, then start recording the game next, so that you have that audio, that little bit of lagging audio in the beginning. And then you go, all right, audio check or something.
See, now I don't want it to be the same issue as with trying to put together like podcast 3 and 4.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I thought it would be fun, because then you would be able to hear both of us better.
Yeah, but I don't know what had happened. Either it was my end or it was yours, but one would just come out of place wherever.
Yeah, and
Which I
that's-
might have to do more advanced things and start moving audio in different places.
Yeah, but that's just... We don't really have the time for that. That's why we're cutting corners in places that we can, so that we can get as much content out as we can, while also not putting a detriment on our...
See, now,
actual
if I
lives.
really took the time, I could do it. It would just mean more more spending time in editing than it would be recording a gameplay. And that's also why I keep cutting corners.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather be playing my game than editing, in all honesty. But that's why when I do my edits so far with what's going on in Resident Evil, all I do is I just throw a dip to black transition for the beginning and the end. And there you go.
Yeah.
And if there's a pause in the game, I've been trying to work on smoothly editing those out. But if background music's playing, you're going to definitely know.
Yeah. That's one thing, though. Those copyright claims. I don't know how to make it so that it's not...
Probably turn off all background music, and some people do it, but it's a pain in the ass. Turn on your game subtitles to where when there is a cutscene on, it'll read those, and then in editing, just mute that whole sequence.
That's the thing, though, right? So, like, during Persona 4, I'm playing it, right? I stop my commentary when it's talking, right? Because I don't want to take away from the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that then makes a problem when you get to, like, for example, episode 2, and you have copyright claims on the cutscenes. Just the cutscenes.
Yeah, that's weird.
For
those of... Well, I guess when this goes out, episode 2 would have already come out. Yeah. I wanted to break the fourth wall and basically say, like, but we can also see those because we schedule everything.
Yeah.
And because we schedule everything, it already gets gets uploaded, processed, published, and then it allows YouTube to basically run its algorithm, and it can locate things like that.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
But it's like, also, like, they don't give us, like, it doesn't explain to us why. It just tells us these specific parts are copyright claimed.
Yeah, and then you kind of have to figure out why. See, now that's what's weird, though, because I think when I was reviewing on my channel the whole Uncharted copyright claim for Drake's Fortune, and I had that one scene, I didn't know what to think of it. I was like, well, this is my only video with copyright claim, and if I can't get this video monetized, I don't care, because it's just that one. But then we started seeing the issue with, like, episode 1 of Village, or your episode 2 of Persona. It was like, why are these cutscenes being copyright claimed?
Yeah, it's like, what's up with the cutscene? Because, I mean, like, if we're wanting to share our reactions to something, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from the experience that the audience can receive, because not everyone wants to actually go out and buy the game and play it themselves. They'd rather watch someone else play it so that they can feel like they're playing it with them. That's the purpose of a Let's Play. When you're watching a Let's Play, you're basically watching them play it, so pretty much it's just two people playing a game together, and that's what the Let's Play is supposed to make it feel like. So it's kind of difficult when it's like, for example, right, if I'm watching a cutscene, in real life, I will shut the fuck up and I watch it so that I don't miss anything about the story. So I'm going to do that in my Let's Plays.
I'll be honest, that's why I hated trying to do the whole Village demo itself, like the Village demo, which pretty much takes place within, like, the first, including cutscenes, I want to say, like, 20 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes of the game. And, yeah, I didn't talk a whole lot because it was mainly more cutscene, that demo. Which is why I pretty much enjoyed the castle demo. I just wish I would have gotten that to match up perfectly.
Yeah.
And then shipped it off. But, oh well. Do you think I could get away with trying to beat the world record speedrun with Village once I'm done with it?
If you want to go for it, sure.
I want to go for it, but then again, I don't want to punch myself in the dick for it, so I take it back.
The problem is with that is that if you go for that world record, you can't record it because recordings can be edited. You're going to have to live stream it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then you're going to have those people and be like, oh, he just edited it. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you.
But I could do it. All I would have to do is just connect my PlayStation to this channel, and then I'd be able to live stream all that stuff. Which creates a big downside because, like, if we wanted to do streaming once we could finally get around to, like, Borderlands, like, that just sucks for the both of us unless we can figure that out. Because, I mean, we were able to... I wish I would have been in school long enough to figure out how it was done. But pretty much what Gavin's job was when we were in film and TV 3.
Yeah.
With the way he would edit those sequences together and have it pretty much be a live stream on, you know, the days that we would do that.
Yeah.
It fucking blows my mind. I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, on actual news, when you have, like, those little news like, moments when they're, like, giving, like, an interview to someone, those aren't normally done live.
Those are all pre-recorded, obviously, but all the things you're watching on the news are normally, like, the broadcast itself normally is live. All the stories and stuff, pre-recorded.
Yeah, unless it's, like, very, like, specific stories where they're like, oh, I'm on the scene and it's happening in real time. Other than that, they're pre-recorded. So a lot of people are usually like,
But then again, you have to jump to something this complex to where we're trying to get two POVs of one game to stream into that.
But I mean, like, at that point, why don't we just stream separately? And then people can jump between our streams and see our points of view.
Because then I feel like if we were to actually ever do a Minecraft Let's Play, people would tattle on us.
Yeah.
But then again, that's kind of the fun. I don't know. But
Even,
who would be more willing to take Twitch, and who would be more willing to take YouTube?
I don't know.
Because I feel like it would be easier for either one of us to do it through YouTube, just because the
Well, you would probably have to go through it on YouTube because you have the YouTube account.
Actually, though, you have that option when you're trying to choose how you want to stream. You have the option between Twitch and YouTube. So, really, I would just have to make us a Twitch account, and then I could put that into your PlayStation, and boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Then we could have, like, the same, like, layout, and we can see our chat on screen. Because, like, you could have it set up to where it's full screen, and then you can read the chat on the side. But there's this setting, and I've done it a few times in my own videos, where sorry, I had to check what time we were at. Where I'll live stream, and I have my screen in this smaller area, and then I have a message on the bottom, and anytime there's a comment, it comes up through the bottom. But if it's, or not through the bottom, but it comes to the side, where it'll also show, like, my webcam, how many viewers I have, how many comments there are in total. But if the comment is too long, you actually have to read it through the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, no.
But I'm sure once we were to figure it out, it'd be just fine.
Yeah, and based on the fact that you have fucking 3 monitors chilling over here, it shouldn't be that big of an issue for you.
Well, I figured I would extend the displays, but I don't know what else I would do on this side aside from try and record something while Premiere exports a video. But then I decided, well, what if I just make this my primary because I wanted the bigger screen to begin with? That just makes that completely... I apologize. That just makes that completely useless because sometimes my capture card will take a shit whenever I'm trying to open up Premiere.
Yeah.
Because my fucking screen goes black when it has to do all that.
I don't know what it is, but you always seem to have problems with your capture card in, like, the most stupid ways. So all these problems that you end up having with your capture card makes me really not want to fucking get a capture card.
I swear it works just fine. It's just I think whenever big programs or just other programs in general are opened, aside from like a simple browser or anything that has to do with the system itself, like a file explorer and all that, the capture card has to like basically tell itself it's not operating, and I think that's why I get the black screen. But it only ever happens when you're trying to like boot up the game capture software itself and it's sitting there trying to boot itself up, or I open Premiere. But then again, it's literally only like 3 seconds at most. But that's the risk I've taken for that, but it still runs smoothly. The only reason mine took the shit that one time was just because it needed a restart.
Yeah, no, it's like, I don't know, man.
So pretty much what I'm trying to do is cut down to 2.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about OBS, because I don't have to worry about nothing, really. I just go over, click record, and it records my voice and the game at the same time. And then the other thing is I can also stream through OBS, but that's only on the PC. If there's a way for me to be able to connect the OBS to the PlayStation and have it record from the PlayStation, oh, fuck yeah.
Well, there is a way for you to do it, but you have to have some, you'd have to basically dedicate one of your USB flash drives to be just storage for your PlayStation. Then that way you can move the videos back and forth. But you can record them through the PlayStation, but you'll only be able to record 1 hour at most.
Yeah.
But then again, the magic of editing.
Yeah.
But that's always a pain in the dick for me. Like, I hate having to record a small segment of one video and then pause it because something else is going on. So I have to end that recording and then start another one and have to edit out that pause screen.
Sometimes it's like not too big of an issue, but you know, like you said before, like, and I think it was in Zero, the music keeps going through the pause screen.
Yeah, the music keeps going through the pause screen, so and I found that out trying to do editing with episode 4 so that I could get it scheduled and everything. I had to basically only record like 8 to 9 minutes for my first part, where I'm exploring a certain area, and then I had to pause it to do something, and then that's when I recorded 35 more minutes afterward.
Yeah.
So but I tried editing the not necessarily a transition itself, but I had to edit out the whole pause itself. But it's so painstakingly obvious because you can tell with how far the music had progressed.
Yes. And that's kind of unfortunate, but also, like, who really fucking cares?
Well,
like,
I care just because I'm so fucking...
Like, it's gonna hit, like, viewers, right? If they're watching it, it's gonna hit them in the face. But they're also gonna be like, yeah, okay.
But with the way I tried editing it, you can't hardly tell. All it looks like is I was just standing there for like 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah, but the music changes abruptly.
Yes. So you can tell I've been sitting there for maybe like half an hour, not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, though, I think I am getting better at those smooth edits to where I'm trying to like remove certain things.
Yeah.
Or like with episode 1 of Zero, the way I tried editing that so that I could get the intro I wanted.
Yeah. Like, I think the further along we go, we're going to get a lot better at our editing and being able to add things that we want, as well as being able to do it in a quick fashion.
And we'll be able to earn the time necessary to put in for more advanced edits.
Yes. Like, just now, I edited episode 4 of Persona 4 Golden. Right?
Did you ever give me episode 3 so we could schedule it?
Yeah, no. Because I edited it the other night.
Ah, gotcha.
When your brother was here.
Right.
But,
you added in a zoom and just text in one spot.
yeah, but I did that quickly.
because I just figured I was just messing with it. I figured out how to do it. But like the zooms, right? I've been adding zooms to each of my episodes just to try and add a little bit of a flair to it, right? But it's only in like one spot in each episode. But in this fourth one, I have that one zoom happens literally like 9 seconds into the video because it was the dumbest fucking thing I did. And then I heard a noise that I made after getting.
You're gonna ruin the joke. Quit going. Quit continuing.
But yeah, no, I found an opportunity and I added text to it and it just made it fucking hilarious. So, yeah.
So hopefully I'll be able to add in more commentary to the videos, because hell, I don't even want to sit through my own Resident Evil videos. And like, I was like all stoked. I'm like, oh man, Village is here. We might actually be able to steal some views. And fucking, I could not have been more wrong in my life. Because with that, once you put in no commentary, the whole game changes.
Yeah.
Because then you have to have people who are willing to sit through that segment of time to basically just watch you play. Like, literally watch. Like, it's not like they're sitting along with you.
Yeah, they're just watching it. Now, I used to do that when I was younger. I didn't like the concept of listening to someone over the game, because when I wanted a game, right, like this is what I did with Star Wars Republic Commando. I would watch someone play the game, but no commentary whatsoever, just so I can see like what happens, to see if I would get interested in it or not.
I only purposely look up no commentary because I'm the kind of guy who doesn't give a shit about long intros or whatever someone has to say about their content, because I'm not a normal viewer of this person's content. So like, when it came to figuring out Resident Evil 0 puzzles, because I was too dumb to figure them out, and now I've actually gotten smarter with Resident Evil's formula, I had to look up someone's specific no commentary playthrough of it, just so I could actually skip through certain sequences, find what I was looking for, move on.
Yeah. Like, that's what I do with Persona 4 right now, right? People may consider this cheating, but actually a lot of fucking people do it. Is basically look up what the answers are for, like, when you're in class, right? And the teacher asks you a question. If you don't get that answer right, you don't get any stat buffs. But if you get it right, you get a stat buff. And getting stat buffs in that game is really fucking important. So missing out on those stat buffs is going to be extremely detrimental to you very fucking quickly. So that's why looking it up and just, taking the bullet, oh, I'm cheating, whatever, answer the fucking question correctly so that you can get that knowledge boost, so then you can then do other shit later and quicker in the game, so you don't get absolutely fucking gang raped at the second castle. Then, yeah.
So, to end this podcast off, because we're hitting our 1 hour mark, since I'm trying to add titles to everything to kind of give them more flair, that way it's not like Nerd Tabloid episode what, and like no one really knows it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Because we didn't put in the Nerd Tabloid podcast. We just call it the Nerd Tabloid and move on. And I feel like what I added might draw some people in, but working on more than 3 words, I think I'm going to title this Work, Fast Food, Neighbors, and Editing. And leave it at that.
Yes.
Because that's pretty much all the topics we touched on.
Yeah. And then also,
that actually were humorous and were longer than 5 minutes.
Yes, that is fair. Those were the main points that we continuously got into discussion with. And then, my ass re-bringing up topics because I get pissed off about work.
Don't we all?
Yes. Fuck work.
If you guys want to hear my really hilarious story that's actually painstaking for me, check out episode 8 of the Nerd Tabloid podcast. I'm Eli, or Assassin13710.
And I'm Canyon, or Ghost Ripper.
And we
are...
Sorry, I basically have my back turned to y'all. We are the members...
We'll get this.
Fuck it. But this is episode 7. We hope you all enjoy. Please like, subscribe, definitely recommend to your friends because I don't have any to recommend my own content to. And
Yeah.
we'll see you all next week.
Yeah.